these smell so good. Okay, today we are talking about ratios. I'm going to go through what a ratio is, why we use ratios, and then we are making flapjacks.
A ratio is when we are comparing two or more quantities together. So it's like an amount of something, whether it's a drink, a liquid, or a solid. So as an example, let's say I have 1 part water. To every 1 part of water, I want 3 parts juice, okay, whether it's orange juice, apple juice, concentrated juice, or squash. So for every 1 part water, 3 parts juice. So if I had 6 parts water, how much juice would I need? So if I wanted more juice. So for every 1 part water, I have 3 parts juice. But if I had 6 parts water, I'm basically multiplying by 6, so then I have to multiply the 3 by 6. So for every 6 parts water, it would be 18 parts of juice. So for example, if we had squash or we just had some juice, so if I've got 1 part juice, then to that 1 part juice, for every 1 part juice, I want 3 parts water. So that shows the ratio between juice and water. So that's 1 part juice, 3 parts water. So like I said before, ratio is when we're comparing two quantities together. So this is enough for 1 person to drink. But let's say you had a party or you had your family over and there were 12 people in that family. Obviously, it won't just be 1 part juice to 3 parts water. Let's look at a pasta recipe. So for every 3 parts flour, you would need 2 parts egg. So then what about if you wanted this on a bigger scale and for 15 parts flour, how much egg would you then need? So 3 parts flour and 2 parts egg would be the perfect pasta recipe. So for 15 parts flour, so basically you've multiplied that by 5, which means you have to do exactly the same to the egg. You multiply that by 5. So 3 parts flour, 2 parts egg is the same ratio as 15 parts flour and 10 parts egg, because we multiplied by 5 on each side. Okay, another example. Let's say there are 500 children at a school, 300 of them are boys and 200 of them are girls. So we have 300 boys and 200 girls. So if we wanted to see what this is as a ratio, we would have to do something called simplify. So we're not going to say for every 300 boys there are 200 girls, even though that is correct. But instead of saying for every 300 boys there are 200 girls, what we could do instead is divide each side by 100. So for every 3 boys there are 2 girls. So for every 6 boys there would be 4 girls. So we've just divided by 100 on each side. I'm now sharing with you a healthy flapjack recipe. So the ratio for this recipe would be for every 2 cups of oats, you need 1 cup of dried fruit and nuts and 1 cup of banana. Or if you wanted to make this recipe for more people, you could multiply the oats by 10, which means you'd multiply the fruit and nuts by 10 and you'd multiply the 1 cup of banana by 10. So you're basically making more flapjacks without changing the ratio. If you don't like bananas or you don't have bananas, you can change this or substitute it for butter. So grab your mixing bowl, and first thing is you want to put in your 2 cups of oats. Once you've added in your 2 cups of oats to your mixing bowl, you want to prepare your 1 cup of dried nuts and fruits next. So this can be of your choice. So I've just added in some cinnamon at the top, and I've just got raisins, fennel and pumpkin seeds. And then you just want to stir and mix that all in. Next, you want to add in your 1 cup of banana or your 1/2-3/4 cup of butter. I don't have any bananas, so I am using butter, but for it to be a healthier recipe, then I would use bananas. And you just want to mix and stir it all in. Once you've mixed it all, feel free to add some honey. So that your flapjack doesn't stick to the bottom, you just want to put some parchment baking paper on the bottom. And then once you've done that, you can just put it in and I've preheated my oven and I've put it on gas mark 4 and I've left it in the oven for 20 minutes. Bon appetit, let me know how you get on in the comments section below.